Welcome. In this video, I'm going to go over some Kickstarters that have caught my attention for the week of February 17th of 2021. Hello, so I'm trying something a little bit different today. So typically I just go in the comments and let you know what games I've already backed. Now this time I'm going to look at the ones that have caught my eye and go through the process and see which one is going to take my money this week. Typically I back about one Kickstarter a month, sometimes more, very seldom less. Unfortunately for my budget, this week, there's 6 games out there that I'm curious in. We are going to look at 7. One just hasn't gone live just yet. I do want to acknowledge I don't have any secret information on these games. The designers have not contacted me and told me anything, nor have I seen any prototypes. So I'm just making my best guess at a game which I think will work best for me and my play group. And lastly, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My typical game tastes include fantasy, sci-fi, and superhero themed type games with dice rolling, deck building, and just dungeon delving. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we'll put timestamps in the description below so you can find what you're looking for a little bit easier, along with links to these pages. Starting out with Batman The Dark Knight Returns. So you can see it's coming soon. I had heard it was supposed to release yesterday. Like I said, I'm recording this on a Wednesday evening. So Cryptozoic Entertainment, Batman solo game, thing right up my alley. This should be an instant back for me. But some of the things I have seen, I'm a little concerned about. I don't think it's going to be in my play style, but I'll wait until they actually release it. So this was kind of a cheat, but it's something that's definitely on my radar that might get my money here eventually. Next one I've been looking forward to is Bloodstone. So it just started out, I think, yesterday, 23 days left to go. Already got $250,000, over 2,000 backers. This game is coming out from Druid City Games. And I think that is also, Skybound. They've done games like Grim Forest, Tidal Blades, and Sorcerer City. I haven't played the last two, but the component quality and Grim Forest was excellent. Fantasy themed, already excited with that. So welcome to the arena. Bloodstone is an epic arena combat board game for 1 to 8 players. So arena combat, solo and up to 8 people. Already has my attention. Sit in an original dark fantasy world, play against your friends in a deadly fast competitive matches, or join forces and fight your way through a brutal gauntlet of cooperative challenges. So right off the bat, 2 different ways to play. The fantasy theme that I'm all about. 1 to 8 players. Just looking at the board here. Lots of dice rolling, lots of miniatures, and from what I hear, variable player powers. So very excited for all that. Back today, Bloodstone will never have a retail release. So that's something else to check into. Let's go look at some prices here. So starting off, $125 is what it's going to take to get started. So, yes, a little high. The way I look at things, I went ahead and, when I first got into the hobby, game boxes were about this size, and you were paying about $60 for that. So for $125, I'm assuming it's going to be at least twice that size. But yes, it is a little bit to get into. 48-hour challenge. Unlock ink wash minis when we reach 5,000 backers in the first 48. I don't think we've got 2 days in. Close to halfway there. I do like inked miniatures. Basically, I'm not a huge painter. I'll do it. I am curious, painters out there, do you prefer they come clean? Is this a big issue if they do come with a wash on them? Does that really hinder your painting process? Just curious. Let me know in the comments below. So Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co., another YouTuber I definitely follow. Bloodstone's a ridiculously good fun. Competitive is a murderous brawl among friends, and co-op is a tense down to the wire unique adventure. This has given me a serious run for my money to be my favorite skirmish game when I just want to hurt someone. All right, get Bloodstone. So $125 gets you the Kickstarter exclusive board game. Love the art, love the theme, Miniatures looking good. So you've got your basic war leader, barbarian type person, pyromancer. Got your shadow thief type, the blade of the free cities, a ranger. Pretty nice pose with the bow. A rightful heir to the throne. Pretty nice pet. The lioness. The last monk. And the seeker of mysteries. Those are our main characters. Champion's tools. You can't win a fight without cards, dice, and tokens. Let's see, 104 unique champion initiative cards, tarot size, so these are going to be large size cards. Some champion dice. A little bit boring to look at right now. Hopefully they go with a marbled effect. Let's see, our 8 monsters. Malvera, that guy just looks deadly. The Terror of Everwood. Pretty beastly looking sculpt. The Hive, this looks cool. Just a hornet and some drones. Then the twins. See a haunting vision. It's pretty neat. Skybreaker. Grewar. Then final boss reveal on March 10th. So, yep, we got a little bit of time. So, middle of February right now. Monster tool templates, more dice, attack cards, the arena. Oh, these dice are very bland. Hopefully they get those upgraded, but that's just my personal opinion on those. Let's see, token draw bag, some punch outs, game trays. Those are super nice. I'm glad to pay an extra few bucks to get a nice organized game. All right, so going from 125 to 160, so $35 more, and that's going to get us an expansion with 1 miniature and a novel. So I'm not much of a novel reader, more of a rulebook reader. So yeah, $35 get you those 2 items. The Legend for $200. Core game. Expansion. A playmat with premium alternate art playmat. Well, what all can you really do with that? It is nice to have a playmat though. Premium Bloodstone 20-sided dice. Looks like they have a Bloodstone inside of them. And, of course, the novel. And that video is just going to show you more of the miniatures compared side by side, your add-ons. So the book's $20. The expansion's $20. Since I really don't want the book, I might just get the base game. Yeah, I feel like this is a definite back for me. So $20 book, $20 for the expansion, $40 playmat, and $15 for the dice. Let's see, what's Jeremy Howard got to say? After playing the cooperative mode and seeing the campaign content available, Bloodstone's a complete package. I'm all in. Well, if Jeremy's all in, I've got to get the game too, I guess. So, gameplay. Play asymmetric initiative cards to gain the edge over your foes. Then roll dice to activate unique character abilities. I'm all about rolling some dice. Unlock powerful new dice to build your character. Give dangerous negative dice to your opponents. Compete in fast-paced competitive matches against other players. Just whack them with your axe upside the head and watch your back. Battle monstrous foes in a story-driven cooperative campaign. That's what I'm most excited about, but I like the 2 ways to play. Unlock legendary new abilities and treasures to upgrade your champion. And Jesse from Quackalope. Amazing game. Download the rules. And a whole bunch of videos on this. All right, so some closer up looks at the models. Mr. Purple and Gold. Yeah, this game's right up my alley, it looks like. So I'm on my second one. Out of 7 I'm looking at, of course, 1 didn't matter. That thing looks sweet. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of them I'm back. Why only on Kickstarter? So now he's pretty much just talking about price point, getting us a game we can afford, and something. Usually big box games, your retail stores, it's a big risk for them to stock them unless something like Gloomhaven with the big box where they know it will sell. All right, first one looked at. I feel like that's going to be a yes. We'll see what else we have going. So second, go to CoraQuest. So this has 41 hours left to go, and just to let you know, it's not something I'm interested in. I just think it's awesome. Maybe if I had younger kids at my house, I'd be all over this game. And just like what Dan and his daughter Cora have done here. He's been a YouTube contributor for a while, just highlighting games with his daughter, and just figured I'd point this out. For ages 6 and up, 1 to 4 players. Of course, this is one of his first created projects. It's an exciting and accessible cardboard dungeon crawling board game for 1 to 4 people, age 6 and up. Let's see. Void Traps, Monsters. It's a game that kids and grown-ups can play together and get equal amounts of fun from. All the artwork is based on kids' drawings. I think that's cool. With art, the art that has been brought together by our chief colorer and Gary King to make a unique and charming looking game. So this looks, like I said, if I had a younger kid at home, my kid's grown up and we've already got our games that we play together. Just wanted to point this out on the channel. Looks like it's got your basic dungeon crawl methods, but made more with kids to get a nice story going on. So you can see a lot of good things there about it. The dice tower, special game, rock solid core system, reflection of the joy that gaming can bring us all, both children and adults alike. And that's what it's all about anyway. All right, so next, The Forest of Radgost, or Radgost, not sure how to pronounce it. So they're looking at almost 200,000, 1,800 backers, 13 days to go. And this is a first time for this creator here. Funded in 5 hours. So, I mean, first time, 75,000. Pretty impressive. Let's see here. Few of your people ever ignored this warning. The survivor spoke of terrifying crossroad encounters with strange spirits, demons, and mythical beings. But everything changed when 2 children fell asleep in a small boat while playing hide and seek. Oh, that's never good. Current carried them away as they drifted off far into the forest depths. Tribe Sorcerer chose you to join the search party to find and rescue the lost children. Now you have no choice. You must trespass into the forest. So cool looking art, and the miniatures look awesome. See, this is a cooperative storytelling game set in a world of a Slavic mythology where appearances may be misleading and it's not always easy to tell good from evil. So 1 to 7 players, about 45 to 90 minutes, and ages 14 and up. So a quick good look at the components. Let's go ahead and check the prices. So for $49, that just gets you the miniatures. That's pretty neat. I mean, they are cool looking minis, so $49 gets you the minis, $64 gets you the game without the miniatures. And then for $99, you get the game and the minis, the Oak Pledge. $129, get all that, 2 additional oversized miniatures, some upgraded dice, a leather dice cup. All right. Stretch goals, I've already made a lot of those. Looks like some extra miniatures. Standee upgrades, full color. A free 3D file for you to print out. So 2 thumbs up. Gameplay. So we're sending kids to go in to save the other 2 kids that fell asleep. Force disorients your characters. So you're rolling random dice to see about your movement. You'll never know enough to make a certain decision. That's pretty neat for a character board. So mythical creatures. No biting moment of reckoning. So flipping over these to see what you're meeting. That thing looks a little freaky. 29 original miniatures. Like I said, these look awesome. Lesnick, some type of treant. The Bessamar. That's just awesome looking. And then go from awesome to freaky looking. And the wolves. That's a really nice sculpt. I like that. Wraith. The Mora. Don't know what that is. Knee-high, long-bearded, grumpy recluse. Dog-headed man. The fairy. The witch. Oh, the newt. Forest mother. It's a weird pose. Nice-looking giant. So these minis are really awesome looking. The Divine Pledge. Get this, what they called him Dashbog. All right, so this is a mythology I know nothing about. From research into an underappreciated mythology. Yep. A lot of pages. So from what I understand, this book is really going to dive deep into the Slavic mythos here. So it's more of a, I'm looking at this like a Pathfinder Dungeons Dragons type game where you're role-playing, a lot of storytelling versus actual dice rolling and murdering. So you get to look at your player characters, the lost siblings, got the typical warrior, village chieftain, the priestess, the herb healer. Probably prefer to heal people, but you got to heal herbs. And you got the hunter and a sorcerer. So this does look like a really fun game. Not sure it's going to be my style of game with all the storytelling. But if you're into role-playing without a real dungeon master, that's what I'm thinking this game is going to end up like. So probably not going to make my back list. See what else we've got down here. A whole lot of videos and then the creators. All right, next. Human Punishment. The Beginning. Brand new standalone game. In the Human Punishment universe, 3 to 6 players fight the machine revolution in a dystopian cyberpunk city. So about $350,000. Over 4,000 backers and just a few days left to go. So Go.Games, they've got 2 other games that have come out that's in this world. I think they were more just card games. This is bringing it to a board game. So semi-co-op, pick up and deliver, and deduction. Prepare for an epic cinematic cyberpunk adventure. So 2 to 3 hours to play. One of the most ambitious social deduction games I have experienced. Masterfully done from Mr. Quackalope. So they've already unlocked some acrylic standees, double-sided board, custom dice. And how much money do they want? Core game, about $67 for me. And then $109 all in. Component upgrades, stretch goals, and exclusives. All right, so this game can knock Battlestar Galactica off its throne. We'll see about that. So I think I've told people what my number 1 and 2 games are. Marvel Champions and Shadows of Brimstone. Battlestar Galactica is probably in 3rd place. Haven't played it in over a year. It's hard to get that 3 to 6 people in the same area for that long of a time. So that's pretty big words right there for me. Looking at the board and see we've got some tracks, different areas to go to. So if you played Battlestar Galactica, typically you've got our ship in the center and we're going to different areas. So they've got the tracks in the center and going around it. Let's see, if you know Nemesis or Battlestar Galactica, remember that atmosphere, multiply it by 10 and you'll get the beginning. So this is the BSG Killer. And I can't afford to back everything I'm looking at tonight. All right, how to play. Each player is a unique ghost character with individual skill tree and inventory. Deliver data chips from sectors to the network. There are 2 routes, each with its own benefits and drawbacks. So we're trying to pick up these chips from around the board and bring them to the network. Fight spawning enemies along your way. Keep the city's values in a positive range. So what they got? Security, resources, morale, and rioting. As opposed to what we have in Battlestar Galactica. Food, morale, and fuel and population. So let's see. Don't know which factions are available at the table. So in Battlestar Galactica, basically you had humans and Cylons. In this game, looks like we got humans, the Machine, Legion, and something else popped up over here. So several different factions. First impressions, so a lot of videos on this. Like I said, just because they're comparing it to as a BSG killer, I'm interested. And to tell you the truth, I've already texted my group to see which one of them is getting it. And I think they're expecting me to, but not sure I'm going to be back in. I might have to come back to this one. Except it only had, what, 6 more days left? So just a lot of component upgrades. Why is it unique? Induction with only 3 players. The game was tested with 3, 4, 5, and 6 players. It works perfectly. So Battlestar Galactica, I played with 3 players. Wouldn't recommend it. It's a good way to teach. Not the best for the experience. I always liked it with 5 or more at least. 5 truly asymmetric factions. New mechanics. High replayability. And an optional campaign mode. That's interesting. I'll combine it with the Social Deduction 2.0 games. So we've got the factions. All right, the humans. Always in the majority at the beginning of the game. They want to beat the machines. Then you've got the machine. Always present, just in small numbers. Legion. They start alone, but they have several ways to infect other players. Interesting. And the Fallen. So they just have a weird victory condition, along with the Outlaw, non-playable faction. All right, highly intrigued. I want it. We'll just see if the funds are going to support that. All right, next. We are going over to GameFound, leaving Kickstarter. So over here we have Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising by Lucky Duck Games, which really puts out a lot of fun, cool games. So this is a fully cooperative standalone board game for 1 to 4 players. Offers the ultimate tower defense experience for the tabletop. So I don't do many phone games, so I have not played Kingdom Rush. And I did not play the first Kingdom Rush board game, even though it looks interesting. So $370,000, almost 3,700 backers already, 14 days left. This is a solo and cooperative experience that I love from Board Game Co. Adam Smith over at Rolling Solo. If you play, you'll be coming back for more. So can't get any better than that from those guys. So why back now? More Than Shadows expansion helped to shape the game. Community votes. access to exclusive content. So what I've heard on that is you either have to go to a con to get this exclusive stuff, or that might be available on their web store at times. So like I said before, up top, standalone game for 1 to 4 players. Critically acclaimed Kingdom Rush board game, fully cooperative, campaign-driven, tower defense puzzle game of epic proportions. So basically in this game, you've got monsters spawning and coming in. You're putting up defenses around towers and hoping they don't break into your city. And you've got different characters with abilities to help you on your fight. This is another game I'd prefer someone in my group got other than me, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm having a hard time making these decisions already. So, Our Blood and Sand. Bruxa, death is not the end. Seems like it for a lot of us. Purification is at hand. And it's chilling time. All right, so I'm in Virginia. And we've got another ice storm on the way. So, yes, it's chilling time. You fight like a dairy farmer. And in Virginia, we have lots of these farmers, so I'm feeling that's a compliment. All right, so Elemental Rising. Encounter various forms of environmental effects. I think this is fairly new. Wasn't in the original version. So what I've heard about this game is it's a lot like the original. They've just upped some of the mechanics. So if you played the original game, this is going to be an easy game to pick back up on. But if you haven't, you can still just start from here. From what I understand, it's not that hard of a game to figure out how to play. Heard some people say it's too easy, and other people say it's difficult to win. So basically, enemies are coming through. You're trying to cover them up with your defenses so that the little people are covered up. And if they make it through and hit your city, then your city takes damage. Monster ability shields. So there's harder ways for the enemies to take damage now. I think that's new. But you've got new defenses, new equipment, and then tower modifications. All right, so this always scares me when someone's giving you stickers to upgrade your game with. But they are saying they are reusable stickers, and they are going to really play test it to make sure they work. So like with Gloomhaven, you put stickers on the original game. Yeah, they didn't come off. But this, apparently you can put them on the components and peel them off and reuse them again. So pretty neat for campaign play. So ways to play: cooperative, 1 to 4 players, custom solo mode, so and campaign and replayable scenarios. And you can choose your difficulty. So if it's too easy, you can step it up and go to the next level. All right, so what are we getting? Deluxe Edition pledge, $74. So you've got the retail for $59. So the deluxe, more info. Get the base game, stretch goals, deluxe upgrade. Game trays. Yes, that's worth it. Oh, hero trays, very nice. Some miniatures. So what was our price difference there? Basically $60 to $75, so $15 to get the game trays and miniatures. That seems like an auto thing if you're interested in this game. All right. And Deluxe Edition Group Pledge. Yeah, I don't need 4 copies. Well, to me, that seems obvious if you're going to get this game. I love game trays. Saves me from going to the fishing section of the store and having people ask me where my favorite fishing spot is and explaining to them, no, I'm just getting these tackle boxes for my game components. Makes for a weird conversation. Got ways to get the original game. And if you bought the original game and you didn't get the coal storage, here's your opportunity to do that. And component upgrades, more stretch goals, quest information. So this is another one, like I said, very much interested in. But with the other games I've seen and things that I know that's coming out soon, the money's going to be tight on Kickstarter land. So just going over the heroes. They're pretty decent sculpts. Like I said, I didn't play the base game nor the video or phone game. How to play. Phase 1, Spawn Hordes. I like these animations. They're going to come out, lava pools. That can't be good. Play tower and hero cards. We put up our defenses. Throw out these polynominos. Cover up the enemies. Move and attack. And then we upgrade our stuff. And we destroy the horde trays. And then we advance the hordes and hope they don't leave. So very simple, right? Until you actually play it, I bet. Whole lot of playthrough videos. Let's see here. Yep. Like I said, the first edition of this game was very well received. So that's why I'm interested in this one. All right, so last. Just came live today, Zombicide, Undead or Alive. Already $500,000 and 6,000 backers. It's now 7 o'clock for me. This has been alive since 3, from what I understand. 21 days to go. So Zombicide, I got the original version with the current time frame, played it, then drawing a blank. Oh yes, Black Plague came out, jumped on that, loved it, got rid of the first edition, picked up Green Horde, just expanded on the Black Plague, and I haven't got a Zombicide since. So the space thing didn't hit it with me. Then they came out with the normal version. But going out in the Western world, I think this is Shadows of Brimstone drawing me back into this theme. So this is another one I highly want. So you can see we've got some train tracks coming in here. So that's a new mechanic. So 1 to 6 players, ages 14 and up, about an hour to play. Let's go ahead and look at the funds. So right now they only have one option, $100. Get you the Zombicide, Undead or Alive, Billy the Kid, Exclusive Survivor, and all the awards. And with CMON, they're going to have more stuff coming to take some money. They're not going to let me go with just $100 in this game. So the Code of the West. Classes with unique abilities. Balconies with improved line of sight. So from what I understand, you can go to the top of a building and shoots down on everything outside, but you're kind of one way out and you can get stranded. I feel like they had something like that in Green Horde. Train barreling through the board. That looks awesome. Somehow we can get all the mutants on that. Gatling gun to mow down the horde. Seems powerful. Dynamite, make a big move. A wagon full of other features. All right. Classes, we've got a gunslinger, brawler, townsfolk, faithful. And I'm going over the pledge. So 14 survivors. So we've got 4 of the gunslingers here. Nice poses. 4 brawlers. 4 townsfolk. And then just 2 of the faithful class. And out of those, we've got to pick 1 to 6 to take on 40 walkers, 16 runners, 16 fatties, and 1 abomination. Bet that guy plays a mean piano. All right, there's our Gatling gun. They've got, like I said, this game, Zombicide, Black Plague, just brought out the component quality and just went crazy with it. And I'm a fan. So Billy the Kid, gameplay video. I think this is not a handheld game. They're playing online. Just going over some of the basics. So changes in the game. Let's see if they go into that. Their rendered version of how we need to paint. The daily duel, every day at high noon. We will face a new foe on a duel, unlocking the Kickstarter exclusive content. So every day we're going to get something new. Custom wooden dice. Those are pretty sweet. So they've already unlocked a lot of new figures. Jesse James, Butch Cassidy. Sheriff Earp. And shipping information. Let's see, is that all they've got? So they really don't go into things that change, so I'll just go with what I've heard. So the train running through, that's new. Basically, if we can get the zombies on there, there's going to be a timer when the train comes through and runs those over. And I think some of the scenarios is we need to get on that train to survive. Something else that is new, I think they fixed some of the things that have been fiddly in the game. From what I understand, there aren't going to be doors, so we'll just assume they're nice swinging doors like from the Westerns. Once you walk into a room, then there's going to be corpse piles, which is going to create a new spawning point. And you've got to find, I think, holy water to throw on that so you can take care of that spawning point. So one of the lose conditions is if you have 7 spawning points on the board in total, you've lost. This is one of those areas where they can run up to and shoot everything outside, but your only way out is down here, so it can get dangerous. Oh, the other thing, dealing with noise was sometimes crazy. We'd had no noise tokens all over the board. So apparently now, instead of dealing with noise tokens all over the place, it's just going to be a bang token. So whoever shot their gun last, that's where all the zombies are going to want to go to. So that's going to clean up some of the fiddliness in this game, but it is just a dice press your luck game and hope to survive type thing. So those are the things that are different. So that's well, we've looked at 7 games. 1's not live yet. 6 of them are out there. And I feel like there's, let me see, press the wrong button. All right, Bloodstone seemed like a yes. CoraQuest, that was more of just information if you've got young kids. 4's, I'm kind of not all in on that one. Human Punishment is the one that was supposed to replace Battlestar Galactica. So definitely interested in that. Kingdom Rush, kind of interested in. And Zombicide, Undead or Alive. So I've got it down to 1, 2, 3, just 4 games I want to get. That's it. I think that one was 125. That was 100. That was what, 75, and that one's 100. $400 shouldn't be a problem. All right, Bloodstone. That one's the first one I'm getting. Backing isn't buying. I am just going for the warrior mode. All right, like I was saying, probably add the expansion later on. But I'm not stopping there. We're going for 2 games today. I'm jumping on Zombicide 2. So I can tell my friends, hey, got another version of Zombicide coming. So that's going to conclude my money spending for the night. Just let me know in the comments below if there's another Kickstarter out there you're really interested in that you think I should probably look at, even though I'm broke now. Let me know which ones you're backing. And if you're agreeing with the games I backed here. So Like I said, Bloodstone and Zombicide are the two I've gone with. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching me spend some money. As always, hope you enjoyed this video. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.